Lobo, what you cooking, man?
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Iron Minds. We got the full crew today. Glad to be back. Had a little sickness last week down in the Carolinas. Allergies got me, but I'm back today, feeling good. And everybody's with us. What's up, fellas?
Man, I'm glad to have a full crew this morning too. Got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Go around the horn. Man, I'm excited for a Tuesday.
Lombard, are you in Louisville or are you in Austin? Where you at?
No, I head out to Louisville tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That's right. I got Matt's this week over in Louisville, Kentucky.
What time's your flight? Lombard? Are we going to fly together?
You flying on Austin? I'm flying at 11.
Yeah, bro. Oh, you suck, man. I'm leaving at 6:30 on Delta. Oh, dude, that would have been. Oh, that plane wouldn't have known what hit it, bro.
Delta. You probably got first class.
No. I got, I don't know, what, mid class. I don't know what it is. I ain't first class rich yet. That's
right. That's right. What's up, Corey? Good morning, buddy. I got Matt's going on this week. I'm actually going to miss Matt's this week. I'm going to stay home because I want to spend one more time with my daughter who's a senior. She's got 8 weeks of school left, and she graduates. And, man, just unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. I still can't believe it. It's wild. So, sadly, I'm going to miss it this year, but one of my favorite shows to go to. Man,
well, you and I can have the Matt's Fit Rejects show again this year for those of us who aren't going to be there.
FOMO. Yeah, we'll just FOMO.
I remember that show last year. That was a good one. What was it? Was it called the Land of Matt's Rejects? And that's what you called it?
It was the Matt. I think it was John Leroy who actually named it, but it was the Matt's Fit, like Misfit, yeah. The Matt's Fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty wild, but gonna be a good show. Lombard, you got the truck parking club in full effect. You guys gonna have the Cybertruck on site?
The Cybertruck's there. The cab over is gonna be outside. Yeah,
nice.
It's full court press this year. We're really looking forward to it. So many good things have happened. So many good things on the truck parking club front. I mean, like just as in this past week alone, just on the speaking of truck parking club, we have a driver I know. We just had a location open up right by his house, and he's a home weekly guy. He needed a monthly booking. He lives in North Carolina. It's tough. It's tough for him taking risks and stuff when he's home. In North Carolina, it's tough with towing and everything. And hearing that, and then same thing with another gentleman. He's having a location like a somebody he knows, a property owner who's coming online, who's really motivated to come online. That'll be his spot when he comes home, and it's just more every single day. There's like a new win of somebody who's just like, something saving them one way or another. So it's gonna be exciting. We can't wait to talk to like all of our customers there, connect with all the drivers, and again, it's just one of the best community events I think in the industry. I think it's well needed with all the fuel prices, everything going on with. Rates are what they are. They're probably going up, but fuel prices, I think, are throwing everybody for a ding. And I think it'll be good for everybody to get out of their own heads and get together, break some bread, and have a good time. Pat O'Shea's Thursday night. If you're in Louisville, come through.
Dude, can't beat Pat O'Shea's on Thursday night. Maybe a little karaoke down on Main Street or
there we
Third
go.
Street. Wish I could be there, man. That's a great little dive bar down there on Main Street. But yeah, man, it'll be good to get everybody together and spend time together. Truck Parking Club. Now, you guys crossed over 3,000 locations on your way to 10,000. Is that right? Is that where we're at?
Oh, we're on our way to 4,700.
excuse me, 4,700 on your way to 10,000. So
Yes, sir.
nice.
10,000 by December 31st.
Let's go. That's awesome, dude. That's cool. Man, we were out in the RV and I saw so many exits at night with just littered with trucks just on the exits ramps, the entrance ramps. And man, every time I see that, man, I just think, gosh, I can't believe we don't have enough parking for trucks. We haven't figured this out. Yeah.
Yep, we're big on ending ramp parking.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy because right now they're going all the way to the starting ramp. And, if you're taking that exit or whatever, like it's just chaos, man. It's absolute chaos. So.
And it doesn't, at the end of the day, and I get it, there's people, hey, I've been driving X number of years. I don't pay for parking. Look, that's good. We're not looking to take that away from somebody. That's good for them, like all about it. But, from the driving standpoint, if you're on an on-off ramp, you're not getting good sleep. Not only is it over 4,000 accidents per year, it's 55 fatalities, but your sleep quality on the side of the road, because I've had to do it. I've done it twice, park on a ramp. You don't even sleep. It's almost like you're in this this fever dream kind of thing, like when you're trying to sleep on a ramp.
Yeah. And what's crazy to me too is I also see a lot of rest stops that are no longer functional. So like there's room, there's property where you could get a good night's sleep and they're not even functioning anymore. The state governments have not kept up with them or whatever. I mean, there's still, and it blows me away. There's still a lot of land on the sides of these highways to put rest stops, to put things in. But man, government just doesn't seem interested in doing it. Morning, Bobby. Bobby McGee with us this morning. What's that?
Bobby McGee. Yeah, going around the horn. I did have an awesome story to talk about on Iron Minds, unless anybody wanted to cut in.
Oh, it's all you, baby. Go.
But
I want to hear the story.
Should we spotlight you? Should we do one of these and just let you go solo? All right.
Yeah, up to you. No, it's just really cool to see a lot of things come full circle, things I want to do. Obviously, last year, go to Serbia with, to go race with Alex Bates. He's somebody who reached out to Nick and I, and tells us explicitly, like, hey, you've changed my life on fitness, blah, blah, blah. Like, somebody who reaches out and says that, wants to race, wants to do all that stuff. And, same kind of thing happened over this weekend. A gentleman a couple months ago, him and his brother, they own a box truck company, and they're going to, he's a CDL holder. They're going to be getting a semi truck soon. He reaches out to me, explicitly tells me, like, and he wouldn't even let me try to divert. I was trying to be humble about it, but he explicitly tells me, dude, I started running because of you, XYZ. I'm signed up for this Shamrock Shuffle 8K in Chicago, etc. He's like, I'd love for you to come up and run it. And I was like, count me in. I'm there. And so I got to go, so that's where I was. Like, I took a red eye Friday night because I was still working. I left at like 10 p.m., flew up to Chicago. We spent all day Saturday. And then got to meet his entire family, his brother. We celebrated his dad's birthday. I visited his church, met the priest at his church. I made a post about it on LinkedIn, and then we ran it on Sunday, and that was the longest he ran, and it's like, and I lived for that opportunity, and I ran with him the whole time, and for me, running with that group and that speed was it's like party pace for me. So it's like I got to really lean back and enjoy the crowd. I've never ran in Chicago, so it's like to get into it with the crowd and then keep him going and just like. Almost be the Goggins in his pocket during that race. It was good. It was life changing. Like I've never had, like that's the type of stuff I live for. Like I could do that day in, day out versus going to Las Vegas or going to driving some car or anything like that. Like if I could go and just be these guys, just be somebody's Goggins in their pocket and get them fired up and his life is changing because of it. Like he's doing so much with the business. He's, there's this like inherent belief like him and his brother have, because his brother ran too, like that they're getting into because they're getting into movement and they're prioritizing, health, and they're getting into this running. Like we were in the Uber on the way back to go get food, and like they're already looking at like all the races in the area in the Midwest, like over the summer. Like they're just totally juiced by
finish line high.
Yeah, and they're just their entire mindset is shifted on this idea of what they can do. And it's just, it's these are the power, this is the power of social media. These are the power of some of the good things you can do for all the, crazy stuff we see out there and the crazy stuff going on is like, we still have an opportunity to impact so many people around us and not even know it. Like there's people who we impact where we don't even know it, but then the ones that we do, I mean, it just drives it home that much more. And so it's just great opportunity. I was in Chicago for all 36 hours and it was just every single hour counted. It was great.
Goggins in your pocket.
I was gonna say, man, that first we have Elp on the shelf. Now we got Goggins in your pocket.
I love it, dude. Just
Stay
call
hard.
Michael Lombard. Have him come run with you, dude. There's nothing better than Michael Lombard running next to you. Dude, that'll fire you up for a race. Hey, look at this. Is this a okay, I thought that was a sunrise. That's just lights. Okay, I thought we had a sunrise on our hands, but
Not yet.
No, we got another probably 40 minutes or so.
Yeah, those clocks still got to catch up from those clocks jumping forward.
Daylight
It's
saving,
just starting out here.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, look at that. Let's
Just
highlight
getting
that.
right here.
No, keep that up. Turn that around. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Oh, man. We saw some beautiful sunrises and sunsets in Carolina last week. That was pretty amazing.
Where in Carolina were you?
So we went to Asheville first. That was the weekend, 2 weekends ago. Went to Asheville, went to the Biltmore House, which is amazing. If you've never been there, that place is unbelievable. Oh, I got to get rid of the full court press with Nick there. Went to the Biltmore House. That was pretty cool. My daughters loved it. It's like, princess's dream to go to this royal, mansion, 130,000 square foot home built by the Vanderbilts back in the early 1900s in that French aristocratic state. Absolutely phenomenal place. It's crazy. Now it's tourists. They do weddings there. Super expensive, of course, but the views are amazing. Blue Ridge Mountains in there. Just sitting in beautiful Asheville, North Carolina. So that was cool. And then we headed down to South Carolina, went to Charleston, and man, that's when I just did not do well with the allergies. Ended up getting a sinus infection. Was down for a couple of days, but the girls got to go to the beach and do some other stuff. We did tough it up and go to Fort Sumter, which was fun. See that. Didn't know this. It's pretty crazy. 40% of all the slaves that were in the United States came through Charleston, South Carolina. Like it was like the hub. It was like the center. There's a lot of history around that. Went to Boone Hall Plantation and just saw the history from all that. So that was pretty wild to see. Another interesting fact about Charleston I did not know is that Charleston's downtown area doesn't look like a downtown area. It doesn't have sky rises, doesn't have big, tall buildings. In fact, the tallest building we saw was 6 stories. Most of them were 3 stories. So it was very flat. Also, no congestion with population in the downtown area. So no traffic, very easy to walk, cool little restaurants. It was interesting. It was pretty cool to see. So we got to see that. And then on a weird twist of fate, my good friend JD Gravina, who's the head women's basketball coach at Western Illinois, they made the tournament this year, and they just so happened to get paired with North Carolina for the first round. So on Friday night, they played in Chapel Hill. So we went back up to North Carolina, went to Chapel Hill, watched them play, got to go to Duke and see Duke University. That was pretty cool. And then we made the trek home. So it was fun little tour.
And that's cool. Got to get a little NCAA tournament action. Some March Madness going on. March Sadness for some. Glad UConn's still in it. Always good to see.
Yeah, both UConns are still in it, which is good to see. So the women's tournament though, it's hard for the lower seeds to win. It's just there's no parity in women's basketball like there is in men's. So the double-digit seeds just get stomped. But
the competition is horrible.
You get there, it's still fun to celebrate, But like my buddy we were talking about it. At every position, North Carolina was 2 to 3 inches taller than his girls, and 20 pounds heavier. It's like it's like JV versus varsity. You just can't overcome that unless you shoot lights out, and that's really, really hard to do on the road. So it was fun, but they got smoked. We knew it was going to happen. So
yeah, women's sports is really, it's crazy because of Title IX. Universities have obviously there's more opportunities. There's more varsity sports for women at colleges than men because there's just fewer women who compete. Who compete in sports, so they have to add more varsity teams. So it gives them variety. So I mean, not only do you just have, the women, like if you want women to compete at your school, I mean, they kind of have a pick of the litter, and you figure in high school, if you're a girl in high school, a lot of people I knew were two or three sport athletes or something. If they're going to play one in college, they're going to play their favorite, or they're going to play the team that they make, and because it's hyper competitive. So yeah, it's a whole different competitive field for women's sports, especially basketball.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because like men have football, which is like 60 spots. So in order to equalize that, they have additional sports, like you said, and just trying to give away scholarships for people to come play. So the competition is not quite as good overall, but it's still really fun to get to watch them compete and do that. So that was a good time. And then I got to, we went to North Carolina. We drove on I-40 from Knoxville over to Asheville, and I got to see the destruction from the hurricane that came through. They're still working on 40. It's open, but it's like, down to one lane each direction in many places. I just could not believe how much that highway just fell off the cliff. That's crazy to see.
It's really I was thinking about that the other day when it comes to like how we think because it's off the news cycle, it's kind of over. And it's like, no, people are still real. And just like the floods from Texas last year, like, I mean, there's still areas of central Texas and stuff that are still reeling from those 4th of July floods where,
Yep.
I mean, you had that camp where the girls can't, that camp where those, kids had passed away. I mean, absolutely insane, but just because it's fault. But we live in that 24-hour news cycle, and it's on to the next tragedy.
Yeah, even after leaving down here, a lot of the homes on the Gulf are still just destroyed, waiting for construction, waiting for a buyer, waiting for insurance, and we're going on 18 months?
Yeah. Just you're absolutely right, Michael. It goes out of the news cycle and everybody forgets about it. But the people that are living it, it's like every day, and it's crazy to me. Like I was just looking at what they're trying to accomplish by rebuilding 40. It's going to be a massive undertaking because they basically have to rebuild the cliff, that it was sitting on. So much of that fell into the riverbeds, and it's not a short cliff. It's like 100-foot cliff they're having to rebuild to build that. They'll probably put a bridge in, I would imagine, on parts of it. But yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty crazy. See that? We came back through Virginia and Eastern Kentucky. Got really close to the ridge, and where Chris Thomas wasn't able to stop to see Chris, but was real close to where he lives, and got to see some nice backwoods roads in the RV, and pretty pleasant drive home. Stopped in Louisville for the night, and then made it back on Sunday. So
let's go.
And shout out to Cracker Barrel, by the way, our good friends at Cracker Barrel, because they love RVs. And man, we stop at Cracker Barrel. They let us park overnight for free. We go in and have breakfast in the morning. And man, it's like our favorite thing to do when we're just needing to sleep. So Cracker Barrel is the way to go if you have an RV.
Nice.
Pedro, what's happening with you, man? What's going on the Pedro front?
Oh, hey, man, I'm just, like the majority of people this week, getting ready for match, man. It kicks off things for us here at the lounge. Also our biggest event, man, and always got a lot of cool things planned, and just focus on that, and I guess the forward looking a bit season, right? Because I said this, for most people, match kicks off everything, whether it be in convention, truck shows. There's a little small ones before this, but this is the big daddy, man, and just living life. Other than that, man, feeling good. Just going through the paces, man. I don't have really any exciting news or nothing. Just living life, man. Putting money in my bank account, paying Uncle Sam, paying my bills, and just glad I'm opening my eyes every day. Right?
Pedro, where are you guys broadcasting from at Matt's?
So we actually are we rented a room. It is going to be C107. So it's going to be on the same hall as the Pro Talks. And we're going to do live shows on Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to noon Eastern. So we were going to do it at our booth, but last year it was pretty chaotic and we got talked to about it. We had like the aisles jammed. We had the aisles jammed up, man, and it just created a thing. So we were like, hey, maybe we should just rent a room. And so that's what Freight Ninja did, man. But dude, we're going to have amazing time, man. I've got I mean, we've got, let me see, we start off with Freight Ninja. We got Rob Carpenter and Sam Watts going to start everything off with the safety guy shootout. So we're going to see who wins there. And man, we've got people like Long Haul Paul, we got Van Brown, we got Bobby McGee, Steve McGee, we got Racetrack coming on. I mean, dude, just got tons of folks, man. We're going to have a good old time, just hang out and enjoy Matt's, right?
Love it, dude. Love it, man. That's awesome. That is awesome, dude. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm
very
looking
cool.
I know, you know, kind of. It's always kind of a little wrench in the machine. It's because you know this. I'm on a really great training block for the Ironman race. My friend Jake, you know, he's been dabbling into programming, so he's programmed something for me on Training Peaks. I've been following because I got this indoor trainer, and it's one that goes on like a, you know, the back tire comes off, the chain goes on a cassette. So the you know, there's like designed workouts, almost like a Peloton in a way, where you don't have to shift gears on the bike. It changes automatically. So you're able to do these like designed great workouts on this trainer. So I've just been getting so much more. My bike time has gone so much higher compared to the last couple races I've gotten, where most of, you know, my primary rides were outside. But I have no worries going into Matt's, because I know I'll at least get 1 or 2 runs in the morning, depending on what time we have to be there. But like, you're just guaranteed, you're on your feet like that. Nothing beats that time on feet, especially already being where you're at and getting 20 to, you know, 20, 30,000 steps a day. And just knowing you're absolutely, you know, locked in for days, like both mentally and physically. It's its own, like Matt's is its own endurance event in itself. And so it's like, once I flip my brain to where, oh yeah, I'm going to be off my routine, instead of just like, okay, just going to move when I can, have some fun and enjoy it. Like I had a pretty, you know, crazy, you know, high speed week last week, deload now, hit the hammer a bit again next week. So I'm just excited for an opportunity to just be on my feet and talk to as many drivers as we can, and just stay active and stay moving and really take it in. Like this year at Matt's is gonna be really great. We just know so many more people, and I just can't wait to see a lot of people and have some conversations with them, especially about you know, talking up Iron Minds a little bit, what we're doing. You know, I'd say these past several months I've gotten a lot of engagement on LinkedIn about health and fitness stuff, especially with everything going on with Project 61. Yeah, there's just some more buzz around this conversation. The buzz keeps growing around this conversation, around the idea, you know, around longevity, about like what matters the most in life. And I think people are starting to kind of wake up to that stuff, especially with, you know, everything going on in the world. I mean, we got a fresh new war in the Middle East. I mean, it's World War now, right now. You know, we got a lot going on throughout the world. I think it's a good time for, if we're here, if we're not under it, if there's not bombs dropping on us, we got to be doing what we can to live the lives we want.
Yeah, so true. So true, man. Yeah, a lot of new people in the channel, in the Slack channel, which if you're interested in that, just reach out and ask Lombard for access to that. But you're right, man. A lot of people are waking up to what, I love what you said, what matters most. And, you know, taking care of yourself is right at the top of the list, because, man, you don't have that, man. Everything else tends to fall on the wayside, you know, that's for sure. Where are you staying in Louisville? You staying in a hotel?
I know, us, the whole team, we got an Airbnb somewhere
nice.
near, what's that called? Bard's? It's near Bardstown Road, which is funny because I call it Lombardstown Road.
As you should. You know, we need to get a truck parking club RV. That's what we need. You know, sleep like a touring coach, you know, where there's like, you know, 8 beds in there, and the whole crew can just hang out on site. The RV,
You just need to make sure you have
sites.
a truck parking club location to park it.
Well, no, the RV, they have RV parking on site at the Louisville Expo. Like, you can be right there, dude. Like, it's a great spot. There's usually about, you know, 60 or 70 RVs that are parked there. It's a great spot. I was there a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that.
Well, what's great is we do have the truck now, which I know, who knows? I mean, I know Hunter or something. We'll have to figure out a way to deck out a trailer, almost like one of those NASCAR trailers. That's need to deck something out like that.
Yeah, something that the Tesla can fit in the back, and then you got some accommodations, some sleeping bunks and kitchen area and whatnot. You can have your little spot. You just set up there at Matt's, and you don't even leave. You know, everybody's just there. You're just partying, having a good time. You know, you don't have to go home. then you can do some running around the expo because that's a great little run. It's about probably a mile all the way around, maybe a little bit more, maybe 2 miles all the way around.
Oh yeah, that entire parking lot.
Yep. It's a good spot, that's for sure. So, yep, it's all good. All right, we're coming up on the bottom of the hour. And, folks, listen, most important thing, find your group, find your tribe, find your people. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Get after it this week. See what you can do. It's spring. The weather is bouncing. By the way, did you guys see the weather? I posted about this in Missouri. Did you guys see the weather in Missouri this week? This is bananas. Check this out. So I'm going to see if I can put this up there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But we went from a high of 91 to 57 to 61 to 70 something to 90 again, back down to 61. Like,
Go home whether you're drunk.
dude, it's crazy this week, but it's going to be a great time to be outside. Spring is in the air. Flowers are starting to bloom on the trees, and it's going to be nice before you know it. So make sure you find your tribe, find your group. We'll be right back here next Tuesday morning. Until next time, everybody, peace out. We'll see you guys. Let's go.